Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you. I got something nice for you again today. You know how we do. Let's go. Rightism 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Excuse me. My mission, and that's what I'm on, is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see how I'm going with this? So I ask, do you know you? It's rhetorical. And if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about why I'm never lonely or alone. Nope, nope. Just tell you why I'm never alone or lonely. I have God. Not that God up in the pot, up in the sky, where I get to have my pie in the sky by and by that nonsense. No, the God that's in me, the spirit that's in us all. I always talking about God. But I'm not a preacher. I'm a spiritual, philosophical teacher. If you know or believe in God, whatever it is, you should live by your spiritual discipline for whatever it is you believe in, be it religion, Christian, Muslim, or Judaism. Be sincere and be honest with it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sincere and honest about my philosophy, so I understand you can do that with your religion also. I ain't got a problem with that. But if you're egoistic because you believe you are what? Individual, me, I. And that's fine. Just you against the world. Some people take that approach to life and live their whole life being selfish, egotistical, and end up, thinking it's them against the world. Why? They never found God within themselves. Okay? If you're a right thinker, you know God where is inside you. That's the first thing as a right thinker you need to do. Know where God is. Now you can start to get close to him, serve him, and make a connection. But if you don't know where he is, you're already lost. And that's what religion does. Put God outside of you. So now you're in search of something that's not out there, it's really inside here. Those who know will tell you the same thing. Blessings. If you're a right thinker, you know from doing the right thing, living right, that's how you earn your blessings. Simple as that. It ain't what religion you profess that's gonna get you blessed. It's the deeds that you put in that's gonna get you blessed. And blessings only come from God. If you're not blessed daily, that means you're not living right. Because he take care of those who take care of him, so to speak. You see where we're going with that? If you take a step to him, he'll give you two steps back. If you haven't tried that method, if you don't understand that philosophy, it makes no sense to you. But if you implement it and try serving him, you'll see what you get in return. And then it ain't what I say, it's what you know. If you believe in God, and that's fine, and That's a good start. You get lonely at times. Why? Because you don't know your higher self, so you think it's just yourself. So until then, you're going to get lonely. Why? Because you don't know your true self. The ego self will say, it's all about me. Don't trust me. When you are young, remember all the kids, we create images, imaginary friends and animals. Okay, remember that stuff? We can use our mind and just create stuff in our mind. Little girls have tea parties, all that's dressed up, all that stuff. That's imaginative. Why do we get old? We think we can lose that. It's the same thing. Just use it for a more positive, noble, and glorious purpose. How about that? Want something that's worth something. Be an aspirant. Aspire to better yourself. That's what right think is all about. Before you know God, your belief is questioned. In hard times, when you're alone, you wonder, oh God, why you let this happen to me? No, 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 no. God don't do nothing except bless you or punish you. Simple as that. He don't control nothing except the outcome. Cause and effect. You reap what you sow. Simple as that. Don't blame everything on God or the devil. Take responsibility for some of your own actions. If they're good, you'll be rewarded. If not, you got to deal like everybody else. I found God for myself personally after having seemingly nothing else left. Prison doors slammed, money gone, everybody gone. Party's over now. What you got? That's when you find out who you really about, what you really are. And most people turn to a religion, a faith-based concept. I don't have a problem with that. I understand that. But don't tell me because it's yours and it worked for you that it's the only way. That's I got a problem with. I never tell you right thing is the only way. I just guarantee you it is a way. So please understand that. That's respect. But knowing God only happens when what? When you yourself personally realize that it's something else in you and someone else in there with you that can what? Bless you. For what? Good behavior, for good deeds. That's why he can't do that up there somewhere. Moving on. Now, I have been having a daily conversation with God for the last 11 years. Yeah, 2001, um, May 1st, 2011, it happened. So I've been doing this for a little while now. Why? From my own experience. I can't tell you about something. I'll speak for myself. Again, let's go with that. Understand. Now, after my first conversation where I was giving marching orders 11 years ago, I have talked to God daily. You talk daily. I just told you that. So I'm never alone. I give thanks in morning prayer. I show respect by living righteous, virtuous during the day, and give thanks again at night. And look forward to doing it again tomorrow and putting my lessons out for you guys as part of that program also. Been at it for 5 years. And I fellowship every week with my church, Christian family, and friends. I am God conscious, spelled CONSCIENCE. I have heart mind coherence. I'm conscious of who and what I am after putting in the time and the work to make sure I am sure about who I am. I'm God conscious. I'm not God fan. I'm just as spiritual, just as holy and sanctified as anybody else. But I'm not running around here hooting and hollering, praising the Lord, hallelujah, hallelujah, touching all that nonsense. No, I act accordingly. I conduct myself respectfully. So you don't need to know who and what I do. As long as I treat and respect you, that's all you need to know. What religion you are, what you do. Try to enlighten you so you can do it too. Be your best self. I serve God of my understanding, love that concept, love that phrase, by offering up what? A selfless service. When? Daily. The God that I serve, you serve him on a day-to-day basis. Part of your life. I keep my mind on God, and God's on my mind. I'm not running around here jumping around hooting and hollering, but I still live right. That's the difference. Where I'm at down here, okay, now, If you know God, you will never be alone or lonely. Why? You can always talk to him. Okay, how about this? If you was to talk about knowing God or serving God with God, with good deeds, you don't serve God with lip service. They tell you prayer with no actions is dead. So all that talking don't really get much done. That's why at Judgment Day, your heart speaks for you. Everything you do in God's name, you do it when? Daily. Not every now and then. Not when you feel like it. Not when, no, daily. That's discipline. Moving on. I keep a book with me to read in my spare time. I keep God with me all the time. So, no, I'm never alone. Why? I got God. Keep him with me. Who you got? I used to carry a gun. I carry God. Some difference, big difference. I keep, again, my mind on God, and I keep God on my mind. That's right thing philosophy. And you can live that all the time. It don't make or take a religion to do that. You ain't got to claim one. If you do, that's fine, but you can still be a right thinker and be a Christian or a Muslim or Jew. Okay? Understand that. Having God, try this. Last one, I'm wrapping it up. This is going to be short. Yeah, I see that. But when you have God as what? Your bestie. That's the best bestie you can have. Why? No matter what you talk to him about, no matter what you discuss with him, it never goes nowhere further than with him. That's a bestie that you can trust. If you're lonely, that means you feel alone. If God was with you and he was your best friend, you never had that feeling. Try it. You might like it. I take God with me everywhere. Excuse me. I'm never in bad company whenever I'm by myself. I'm just as happy, comfortable with myself, by myself, as anybody could be. Trust me, when you get that good, comfortable with yourself, you where you need to be. Okay? Because why? God keeps me company. And if you're a God servant, if you're a God believer, if you're God conscious, that's would be your problem too. God will keep you company too. If you keep him, he'll keep you. You can go to God, aka your best friend, with any and everything. Pastor tells me that all the time, and I've been practicing his philosophy. Not take it to him and drop it. And he ain't denied me yet. So that's not my philosophy that I thought of. It's one that I adopted from somebody else who gave it to me because I listened and I employed it. I didn't argue. Nope. I tried. So when you give somebody something, you never let the gift horse in their mouth. That means don't do that. Accept it, take it, and see how it work out for you. Okay? If you checking what I'm saying before you use it, that's an insult to me. Where'd you get it from? Don't ask me that. Because the stuff that you following, you didn't ask the questions to them. Don't ask it to me. Take what I give you and then try it out first and then come back and ask me questions. Moving on. When I'm in my lab right now, it's me and God. My creative stuff, my ideas and concepts. It's always God. Everything I do is God conscious, God focused. Yeah, I'm not a preacher, but I got God on the mind. I'm mind on God all the time. That's spirituality. When you put that with science and knowledge and good deeds, you have something worth something for yourself. I benefit from that every day. Moving on. Last one. You will never be lonely. Why? If God was like me, your best friend, or you had God like me, your best friend, that takes care ever being lonely. Why? He tells you he never gonna leave you. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, he never have. I just happen to know him now. Didn't know him then, but we're good friends now. Talk to him every day. And important right thinkers. And if you are a right thinker, if you got God, you should never be lonely. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and be 100 minus a day. So I never know the right thinker like you passed away. Keep God first.